Hey, this is Chad Nash, aka the Real Estate Doctor, and you are preparing for a bidding war in your home purchase. Let me give you a few keys. Let me give you about 3 keys that will help you to compete in any bidding war in any market. And hopefully this will help you to win and purchase your dream home. So, number one, and this is going to have a few facets to it, help the seller. Now, put yourself in the seller's shoes. When you're in a multiple offer situation, you're in a bidding war. It's not just always about the price of the home or what they're offering as a contract price, but think about little things that might help the seller along the way as well. So, in addition to price, closing costs. If you are a buyer and you can afford to help pay the the seller's closing costs, that will go a long way. Can you assume certain items from the seller so that they don't have to pay it off on their loan? Maybe they have a security system. Maybe they have a membership somewhere. Whatever it may be that you could, maybe they have solar panels, whatever it may be that you can help to assume, that will benefit you as a buyer. Consider writing that into your offer. Closing dates. So sellers are very particular about closing dates. So, the quicker you can close on a home, if you have the ability to, talk to your lender and see if you can structure a quicker closing. Most sellers don't want to wait 40, 60 days to get paid. Typically a standard closing time frame is about 30, 35 days. But if you could bump that up to 17 to 20 days, you're going to have an advantage there. Post occupancy. Can you offer them a post occupancy to stay in the home after a closing? Now, this might be as little as 3 days, but it could be, 1 month or up to 2 months. Maybe you'll allow them to stay in the home so that they can find a home. Maybe they need to relocate. Think about this from a seller standpoint. If a buyer's going to let me stay in a home, this could be rent back or for free. This will help me in aiding to transition out of the home and into my next property. Inspection and appraisal contingencies. Now, this is optional because I never tell my buyers to waive, appraisal or inspection because it's for your protection. But let's say you're walking into a situation where, you know a little bit about homes. You know the home is in good condition. There's going to be certain things that you're going to have to fix yourself. You're not that gun ho about inspections. You can always waive that, or you can limit it to say, hey, I'm only going to ask for inspection issues $1,000 or more. Same with appraisal. If you have let's say you offer over asking price and maybe the appraisal comes back $15,000 lower than what you asked for. Well, then maybe you can tell the seller, hey, I'll meet you in the middle and I'll cover 7,500. Maybe I'll cover 10,000 of that appraisal gap coverage if you have the resources to do so. Now, again, if you're not bringing a lot of cash to close, that doesn't make sense. But if you can do so, that will go a long way. Earnest money. If you can make earnest money go hard earlier in the transaction, that means it becomes non-refundable. That is always a seller's dream because it shows that you are committed. Okay. Number 2. Now I know this sounds like number 100 because I gave all lows, but this is number 2. Act fast. So I always tell my buyers, look, there's going to be a number of offer scenarios. Maybe a home comes on the market on Thursday and they tell you up front they're going to hold all offers till Sunday or Monday. Well, still try to be the first offer in if that's a home that you want. I can tell you from the seller psyche, from the agent psyche, typically they will give the first or second offer a chance to increase their offer or compete, even if additional offers come in later in the game. Now, I know some agents like to wait till later in the game to see what kind of offers are out there. By then, a lot of sellers have fatigue. They've been reviewing a lot of offers. To them, you're just another number. Those first couple of offers are always going to be impactful. And from my experience, they're typically going to give the buyers a chance to compete if more lucrative offers come into the door. And last but not least, now this is super big to me. Don't let emotions kill your home buying or dream house aspirations. What do I mean by this? Now, look. There's home price versus payment, okay? And I've seen a lot of buyers who get into competitive situations and maybe a seller counters back and they say, well, yeah, you can get this home if you pay $5,000 or $10,000 more. Now, I know that sounds like a lot of money up front when you're saying, oh, maybe I gotta increase my offer from 500,000 to 510,000. But you got to think about that $10,000. And from a lending standpoint, that $10,000 is really spread over the life of your loan. So over 30 years. Now, what I typically tell clients is that for every $1,000 financed in a transaction, you're paying about $4 difference in payments. So if you're paying $10,000 more in a home purchase up front on the contract price, you're probably paying about $40 difference in payment. Now, are you willing to lose out on your dream home for a $40 difference in payment because you didn't want to come up from 500,000 to 510? I think most buyers would say no. So keep that in mind. Just say, look, I know, it sounds like a big amount, but let me talk to my lender. If I can make this work, I'm not going to get too caught up on these numbers. If it's not going to stretch my budget and make me house poor, let's do it. All right. Now, if you're in the home buying process or you want to talk to a realtor, feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to chat anytime. Obviously, you can see I talk a lot. I'm talking a lot on these videos. So I'll talk to you anytime about the home buying process. Reach out to me. Let's set up some time. Until then, I hope you guys are well and we will talk soon.